So friends, there is a clear pattern emerging. Not only is Donald Trump losing court case after court case, but it's juries that are unanimously finding against him time and again. Important foreshadowing. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, one concern that I hear expressed often, a legitimate concern, is whether prosecutors can impanel fair and impartial juries to decide Donald Trump's many criminal cases, the 4 prosecutions that are currently pending against him. Well, a clear pattern has emerged, and I believe that pattern helps answer that question and helps alleviate that concern. That pattern was just highlighted in a new piece by CBS News. Headline: Trump fraud ruling adds to his string of legal losses in New York. And that article begins, Donald Trump's latest legal defeat in a New York court, a jaw-dropping $354 million judgment to claw back the proceeds of a decade of fraud, plus almost $100 million in interest, puts an exclamation point on an unprecedented losing streak in his home state. Trump and his company have been winless in a series of costly, cascading, high-profile legal battles in New York in the last 14 months. It has been a reckoning without precedent, with judges and juries alike concluding that Trump and his company have engaged in illegal behavior for years. Trump's losses have come in state and federal court, civil and criminal, in rulings by juries and judges. A total of 30 jurors in 3 cases have unanimously ruled against Trump or his company. One of those juries was composed of citizens from heavily Democratic Manhattan, but 2 came in federal court in the Southern District of New York, with a pool of jurors from more politically diverse suburbs and exurbs. Now, friends, recall that in 2022, the Trump Organization, Donald Trump's namesake, the business that he headed up for decades, was prosecuted for a 15-year-long criminal scheme to defraud in the first degree. And that was a jury trial. And here's what prosecutor Joshua Steinglass said to the jurors during jury selection. He called Trump the elephant not in the room during jury selection for the criminal case against the former president's company in October 2022. In that case, some prospective jurors who were ultimately excused said they didn't think they could set aside their opinions of the former president. One juror said, quote, "I have total disdain for anything to do with Trump. Sorry," close quote. Another juror went a step further. After saying jury duty could interfere with her travel plans, the juror added, quote, "And I also hate Donald Trump, if that is of merit," close quote. It is of merit. It's my editorial addition. The article continues. A few jurors expressed admiration and support for Trump, and nearly all of the jurors pledged to set aside their biases in considering the case. At the end of the 5-week trial, the 12 jurors who were chosen took just over a day to find 2 Trump Organization companies guilty of 17 felony counts related to tax fraud. In April 2023, a federal jury pool was once again probed about their political leanings and news consumption habits for the E. Jean Carroll sexual abuse and defamation civil trial. Trump, though a defendant, declined to attend any of the proceedings, which lasted 2.5 weeks. That jury of 9 took just 3 hours to find Trump liable for sexually abusing and defaming Miss Carroll and awarded her $5 million. Trump attended a trial in the same federal courtroom in January when a new jury of 9 considered evidence related to separate defamations of Carroll. Trump huffed and trumpeted disgust throughout the 2-week trial, though he and his entourage got up and walked out of court minutes before the jury awarded Carroll another $83 million. Friends, 3 juries, a total of 30 jurors across 3 trials, all 30, every single one, unanimously found against Donald Trump. They found against him in his civil cases. They found against him, even if by proxy, when they unanimously convicted his organization, the Trump Organization, of 17 felony fraud counts. And that is undeniably some important foreshadowing, signaling what future juries are likely to do to Donald Trump in criminal trial after criminal trial after criminal trial after criminal trial. Juries will continue to hold him accountable, I maintain, because of the overwhelming evidence of his guilt in his criminal cases. I dare say it was probably harder to win those civil judgments against him than it will be to hold him accountable in his criminal cases, in his prosecutions, because of the evidence that has been amassed by state and federal prosecutors alike. Yeah, important foreshadowing of what juries are likely to do to Donald Trump in his criminal cases. Because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.